Música. Escúchame bien. Virgo. Quédate aquí conmigo porque lo que voy a decirte hoy no es cualquier cosa. Es un mensaje que puede cambiar la forma en la que estás viendo tu vida en este momento. No te muevas. Porque cada palabra que voy a pronunciar es parte de las cartas que tengo delante y sé que este mensaje es para ti. Yo, como tu bisabuela, te hablo con cariño, pero también con firmeza. Porque los secretos que veo en este mazo son grandes y necesitan que tú los escuches con atención. Virgo. Tu energía está en un punto tan fuerte que ni tú mismo alcanzas a comprenderla. Estás atrayendo miradas, pensamientos, incluso personas que no pueden dejar de pensar en ti. Y dime, ¿a ti también te pasa que sueñas con alguien y al despertar sientes que estuvo contigo de verdad? Porque aquí en estas cartas aparece un amor que no es pasajero. Es un amor que toca lo más profundo de tu ser. Es alguien que piensa en ti de día y de noche. Alguien que fantasea con tu presencia. Aunque tal vez no se atreve todavía a hablar claro. Y lo curioso es que tú también lo sientes. Aunque quieras disimular. ¿Te animas a reconocerlo o prefieres guardar silencio? Quiero saber qué opinan mis nietos de Virgo. Porque sé que muchos de ustedes llevan tiempo sintiendo esa conexión invisible. Este amor no viene a jugar. No es una ilusión vacía. Se trata de una persona que carga sentimientos verdaderos, profundos, intensos. Alguien que en silencio ya decidió que tú eres alguien distinto. Alguien que no se olvida. Pero aquí veo una duda en ti. Virgo. Una frialdad. Como si después de tantas decepciones hubieras levantado una muralla que lo protege todo. And I understand you because scars weigh heavily. But I also tell you something. That distance of yours is what drives that person crazy. Because they can't understand how someone can matter so much to them and at the same time be so hard to reach. Virgo. Y ask you, are you ready to open the doors of your heart again? Or do you still prefer to keep protecting yourself? Write to me because I want to know if this message resonates in your life. I'm not going to lie to you. There is also a warning here. Y see that this connection brings fire. Pasión. But also a whirlwind of emotions. It may seem like a forbidden love due to circumstances. Age. Distance. Or the unexpected. And tell me. What would you do if what you desire most comes wrapped in risk? Would you dare to live it? Or would you let it pass out of fear? And pay attention to this. There are also heavy energies around you. Envies. Jealousies. People who don't want to see you grow. But stay calm because what is yours, no one can take away from you. And here the cards are clear. You are protected. You are cared for. What they try against you will have no power. Because the strength of your spirit is greater than any shadow. Virgo. Now look at me closely because what's coming your way is a tremendous shakeup. It's a change that touches your love life, your work life, and even your wallet. There are opportunities opening up like golden doors before you. And it's up to you whether you cross them or not. But listen to this. The indifference you show toward what don't add value to you is your greatest weapon and, at the same time, the test that drives crazy those who want to reach you. What do you think? My grandchildren? Do you believe that indifference attracts more than interest? I want you to tell me in the comments because here the cards are insisting on that point. I also see you in motion. Virgo. It could be a physical trip. Perhaps for work or a surprise. But it could also be an inner journey. One of those that transform everything. And as you move forward, this love surrounding you becomes more and more intense. More inevitable. Even if you try to ignore it. You won't be able to. Because the attraction is too strong. And I tell you, Virgo, there are no half measures here. That's coming. You either live it with your whole heart or let it go. That pretending to be indifferent will no longer be possible. Now answer me. If life put you today in front of the door of a love that could turn everything upside down, would you open it? Or would you stay watching from afar? Virgo. If you decided to open that door, what awaits you is not something small. It's a whirlwind of emotions. A love that awakens your soul in a way you perhaps haven't felt in years. And yes, it can be scary because the unknown always shakes things up. But fear is nothing more than a warning that something big is coming. And tell me, isn't it better to risk feeling, to live intensely, than to be left with the doubt of what could have been? The cards show me that there is a person who, even if they try to hide it, is thinking of you every moment. It's someone who treasures your memories, who revisits past conversations, who imagines future scenarios with you. And I know you feel it because even if you stay silent, your heart already knows. That connection is so strong that even if you try to deny it, it comes back again and again like a melody that don't stop playing. Have you noticed that even in your silences, you think of them? That even in the busiest moments, that image appears in your mind? But that is the interesting thing, Virgo. It's not just a matter of the heart. Your destiny is also moving in the material realm. There is an economic change coming your way. An opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere. Like when you least expect it. A new way to improve your life appears. A job that opens up. A project that gains strength. A person who extends a hand at the exact moment. And I ask you, isn't it possible that everything is starting to align for you? Both emotionally and materially? Because that's what the cards show me. As if you had passed through a long tunnel and now the light is finally starting to come in. And here I want to pause a little because what I see in your cards is that you've been carrying responsibilities that weren't just yours. Pants that didn't even belong to you. You've been strong for everyone. But who has been strong for you? Your heart knows that well. And that's why now the universe is rewarding you by bringing you not only love but also relief. Rest. Opportunities that once seemed impossible. But I also see that your attitude, that calm you show on the outside, unsettles those around you. Some think you no longer feel anything. That you've become cold. When in reality what you're doing is protecting your peace. Guarding yourself from falling back into what no longer serves you. And as your great-grandmother, tell you that this attitude is wise because not everyone deserves to enter your heart. But at the same time, my dear, don't close those doors too tightly. Because those who come with pure intentions might stay waiting and miss the chance to build something beautiful with you. Virgo. I dare to say that what's coming is intense. But it's not a whim. It's someone who comes with healed wounds. With lessons learned. Someone who knows that with you, there is no playing games. That you're not a fleeting adventure but a love that transforms. And that energy is so close to you that it's as if it's already knocking at your door. Now tell me, do you feel that this person is already in your life? Even if silently? Or has it not yet appeared clearly? Because what the cards show is a living, strong connection that's about to burst at any moment. And I look at you and see you prepared. Even if you don't believe it yet. Because deep inside you, there is a longing to live intensely. To give yourself without reservations. To trust again that true love does exist. And meanwhile, the universe is moving all the pieces for you. That luck that seemed asleep is starting to awaken. That obstacle that had you tired is starting to disappear. And when you least expect it, you see how what once seemed like a wall now becomes a bridge. Virgo. This is a time of profound transformation. And the cards tell me that what's coming is much bigger than you imagine. Virgo. What the cards show me now is a river that starts to flow after a long time of being stagnant. You've gone through seasons where it seemed like nothing was moving, where every effort felt heavy, like rowing against the current. But look at you now, my child. The waters are parting, and your path is becoming clearer. That feeling of blockage is starting to fade. And the curious thing is that at the same time your destiny opens, so do the hearts around you. There's someone who can't understand how you manage to maintain that calm that impresses so much. That person watches you from a distance, wondering, what do you think? What do you feel? If you still have a place for them in your life. And what catches my attention the most is that even if they try to hide it, they can't. They're tied to you with an invisible thread. A bond that don't break no matter how much time passes. And you, Virgo, even if you pretend to be strong, even if you put up a barrier, you feel deep down that that energy isn't foreign to you. That every thought of theirs reaches you like a silent whisper. But it's not just love that's moving here. It's also your personal growth. You see that you're in a phase where you're starting to value your peace more than anything else. You've learned to say no, to let go of what don't contribute, to walk away from what steals your energy. And that, Virgo, is what's elevating you. Because when you learn to take care of yourself, the universe responds by bringing people and opportunities that vibrate on the same frequency. Don't be surprised if in these days you start noticing repeated signs. It could be a number you see over and over, a recurring dream, a phrase you hear in different places. That's the way your guides want to tell you that you're not alone, that you're being accompanied and guided towards something bigger. And as your great-grandmother, tell you to pay attention to those details. Because there lie the keys you need to take the next step. You also feel that some of you, my Virgo grandchildren, have been doubting your worth, thinking that you don't deserve a complete love or that abundance is only for others. And I want to tell you with all my tenderness that this isn't true. You deserve the best, Virgo. Because you've sown with effort, you've given with sincerity, and you've endured more than many can imagine. The time to reap what you've sown has come. And what's coming is no small thing. Virgo. Observe how your indifference, that distance you sometimes show, provokes a powerful effect on the person who can't forget you. That person is desperate, wondering why they can't get you out of their mind. Why your image accompanies them even in their moments of silence. And that is the most curious thing. The more you try to distance yourself, the stronger their desire to get closer becomes. As if life itself were pushing you both toward an inevitable encounter. What's approaching is not lukewarm, not something you can ignore as if it were nothing. It's a change so strong that it will shake every corner of your life. And it may feel like a risk at first, like jumping into the void without knowing what's below. But it will also be the opportunity to discover that you have wings bigger than you imagined. Wings that hold you and lift you just when you decide to trust. Virgo. Pay attention because this movement is not just for you to love. It's also for you to heal. The love that's coming don't come to hurt you. It comes to teach you that it is possible to live something different. Something true. Something that restores your faith in what you thought was lost. And meanwhile, your material life starts to organize. Your path clears. And luck begins to smile at you with a strength you haven't felt in a long time. Virgo. What the cards show me now is a rebirth in your life. It's as if you had gone through a long, cold winter full of trials. And now, slowly, spring is starting to bloom within you. I'm not just talking about external things. I'm talking about your spirit. That feeling of waking up each day with a little more clarity and strength than the day before. You've been learning to let go of what weighs you down. To leave behind the guilt that wasn't yours and the disappointments that hurt you so much. And that, my child, is what opens the door to the new things that are already arriving. You see that for a long time, you carried responsibilities that didn't belong to you. As if you were the pillar for everyone but yourself. And the universe recognizes it. Virgo. Believe me. It recognizes it. That's why now the energies are moving to give you back what you gave. Multiplied. You're going to start noticing how people who previously ignored you or turned their backs on you start to look at you differently. And not just in the sentimental realm, but also in work, social, and family life. Because when you start to shine from within, others have no choice but to notice. There is a person who, even if they don't say it out loud, can't get you out of their mind. You see them with sleepless nights, repeated thoughts, attempts to distract themselves without success. And you, even if you try to act strong, know deep down that that energy reaches you too. It's like an echo resonating in your chest. A vibration that connects you without the need for words. And tell me, Virgo, would you dare to admit that you also think of that person more than you confess? Because the cards say that this bond don't break with distance or silence. And what moves me the most is that it's not just a simple attraction. There is a deep learning here. This person comes into your life not to waste your time but to show you that after so much pain, you can still feel intensely. There is a mix of tenderness and fire. Desire and calm. In this bond that only happens when two souls have unresolved matters from other lives or when destiny wants to unite them for something important. In the economic realm, the cards show me that a knot that had you tied up is unraveling. It could be that you receive unexpected news. A payment that arrives. A project that comes to fruition. A proposal you've been looking for that, nonetheless, opens a new path for you. The curious thing is that all this seems to come hand in hand with your own efforts. As if life were saying, it's time for you to see results. And those results won't be small. Virgo. I also noticed that you've been fighting against thoughts of doubt. That little voice that tells you you're not enough. That maybe you won't achieve what you dream of. But I look at you and tell you with all my love that that voice isn't yours. They are the marks of a difficult past. Of words that hurt you and stayed etched without deserving it. You are so much more than that voice tries to make you believe. You are wise, hardworking, noble, constant. And those qualities are what's lifting you now. Don't ignore the signs appearing around you. An unexpected call. A message that seemed lost. A casual encounter that's not really casual. All those are pieces the universe moves to show you that your destiny is taking shape. And I ask you with tenderness, Virgo, are you ready to accept what's coming? Even if it's different from what you imagined? Because this isn't about living in fear but about allowing the good you've waited for so long to finally enter your life. Virgo. The cards whisper to me that love and prosperity are closer to you than you think. But it's your openness, your trust, that will make all this manifest. Virgo. What the cards reveal to me now is that you're entering a time when your soul starts to trust again. You've gone through trials that made you distrust love, people, and even life itself. There were moments when you felt everything was against you, as if destiny had decided to place obstacles at every step. But I want you to listen to me closely, my child. All that wasn't a punishment. It was a preparation. Every tear, every fall, every silence you carried in solitude was the ground being tilled so that now the new can start to grow. You see a transformation in the way you look at life. Before, you needed to control everything, plan every detail, be sure before taking a step. Now, even if you still feel fear, you're learning to trust your intuition. That inner voice that appears when you least expect it and never fails. Have you noticed that when you listen to your heart, things flow better than when you try to control everything with your mind? That's the great lesson opening before you, Virgo. Don't let go a little and let life surprise you too. In the realm of love, the cards show me a connection that's not common. It's an energy that goes beyond the physical and the everyday. It's someone who, when thinking of you, feels a mix of desire, respect, and the need for closeness. And even if they try to escape those emotions, they can't. You appear in their thoughts like a ray of light that bursts in without warning. Like a memory that becomes present at the least expected moment. And the curious thing is that deep inside, you feel it too. Even if you prefer to stay silent. That person is a mirror, reflecting things about you that you may have forgotten. They remind you that you're still capable of feeling intensely and that not all is lost in the realm of affections. In the economic and work realm, what I see is a change of direction. It may be that what you had planned won't turn out exactly as you thought. But it won't be a failure. On the contrary, it will be a turn that takes you towards something better. It's as if a door that seemed closed suddenly opens, showing you an opportunity bigger than you imagined. And here the key will be your courage to accept it. Because sometimes the new brings fear. But tell me, Virgo, aren't you tired of the same old thing? Isn't there time to let the unexpected bring you joy too? I also see that your energy is starting to clear from others' burdens. For a long time, you absorbed others' problems, worries that weren't yours. Guilt imposed on you without reason. Now those chains are starting to break. You're starting to feel lighter, as if a huge weight were lifting from your shoulders. And that liberation opens space for the good to come, for abundance to flow, and for true love to find a place to settle in your life. Virgo. The most beautiful thing about all this is that you won't live what's coming alone. Your guides, your beings of light, those souls who are no longer in this world but loved you so much, are accompanying you in every step. They're like invisible hands holding you when you feel you're faltering. Like whispers telling you, keep going when you think of giving up. That protection is so strong that no negative energy can touch you. And tell me, my child, haven't you started to feel that everything is falling into place differently? As if the pieces of the puzzle were finally starting to fit? Virgo. You know you've felt it. That feeling that the pieces of the puzzle are finally starting to fit isn't your imagination. It's the clear sign that your path is being ordered. That the universe heard your prayers, your sleepless nights, and even those silences when you cried without anyone knowing. All that effort, all that endurance wasn't in vain. What seemed lost returns with more strength. What seemed impossible opens before you like a golden door. And most importantly, my dear, You are no longer the same. Now you are stronger, wiser, more aware of what you deserve. Don't be afraid to receive the good. Sometimes it's harder to accept abundance than scarcity, because the mind tricks us into believing we're not worthy. But I tell you, as your great-grandmother who loves you with infinite tenderness, that you are worthy, that you do deserve true love, that you do deserve prosperity and joy. And every step you take from now on will be firmer, more certain, because you will learn not to be deceived by pretty words or empty promises. Now your intuition is your best shield. I want you to remember this. Virgo. You are protected. You are accompanied. And you are at the beginning of a phase that can bring you the happiness you sought so much. Open yourself to the new without fear, because what's coming comes hand in hand with destiny. And that's yours. No one will be able to take away from you. If these words have resonated with you, let me know. Subscribe. Leave your like. Comment on what you felt. Or support me with a super chat so that together we can keep sharing these secrets that do so much good to the heart. Every time you participate, you not only help me, but you make this message reach more people who need it. And before closing this reading, I want to give you a simple but powerful prayer. May the light that guides you never go out. May the love you deserve arrive without delay. May abundance surround you. And may your steps always lead toward joy. And now tell me, Virgo, from the depths of your being, will you finally allow yourself to receive all the good that life has prepared for you? Or will you keep doubting your own worth? M.